Welcome to Halong Bay. It is day 7 of our Asia trip and we just boarded our cruise to explore Halong Bay. We're doing a one-night stay on this ship. It is called Genesis. All of the details for the ship I'm going to leave down below. Obviously not sponsored or anything like that. None of this trip is. It's all paid for by us, but still gonna take you along and show you everything here. Pros, cons, what we liked, what we didn't, as usual, if I would recommend it and whatnot. It's currently 1:56 p.m. We got picked up at 7:30 by a transfer service that's also run by the cruise line. They just go all around Hanoi and pick up different people. You get picked up at your hotel. So I think after we got picked up, we were the first people to get picked up, and then there was 3 or 4 other groups. The bus that you get picked up on, it's like a little minivan, but really nice, like individual seats. There's Wi-Fi available and you can also charge your phone. And I think I slept for the first 2.5 hours. I was so tired. And then we stopped kind of halfway through at the 2.5 hour mark to get some snacks and stuff before we moved on. And then it took about another hour drive to get to like the port, and then we had to, when we got there, we had to give over our passports and kind of do a check-in, and then we just lounged around for about 40 minutes, 1 hour until the boat was ready. To get to the bigger boat, you take like a little speed boat type of thing out, which is not the best. It's not like a luxury yacht or luxury boat or anything like that, but it gets you from point A to point B. You get some opportunities to get out and like take some photos as well, especially at the area that's called Gateway to Heaven. You get to come out and take some photos, which is fun. There's a little like speedboat outside here that they're selling like snacks. I'll show you guys right out there. We're gonna finish this inside because outside is way too loud and it's also a lot cooler here. But after you get on the speedboat, you drive out. It's like about a 40-minute drive, and then you have a quick stop at immigration. You don't have to get off the boat, but the captain of your little boat has to get off, just get like the papers checked, how many people are boarding, all of that stuff. And then another maybe 5-10 minutes ride until you get to jump on your ship. When we reached the main ship, we were greeted by all of the crew, handed a cold towel, and shown upstairs to have lunch. The table we were assigned will be our table for the rest of our stay and all of our meals. Today's lunch is a set 3-course meal. If you have any food restrictions, you can let them know from beforehand, or even when you're there. They're very accommodating even on short notice. My sister doesn't eat some meat, and they were able to easily change it to something else for us. All the meals are inclusive, but you have to pay extra for drinks. For lunch today, we had fresh and fried spring rolls, chicken stir fry, fried rice with halong seafood, and creme brulee. The lunch was good. I would give it a 3 or 4 stars. The portion sizes were huge and the food very tasty, but nothing that really stood out. While we were having lunch, they also completed our check-in process, handed us our keys, the itinerary, and any info we needed for our stay. Let's start off with a room tour first because this room is pretty epic. I have been on one other cruise in my life, and that was a Disney cruise from Sydney to Sydney, just did like a little loop around the sea. And that room was tiny. That room was tiny, it was squishy, there was hardly any space in the bathroom. So I am pretty shocked when I came to this room to see how spacious it is, especially the bathroom. But let's start off with a room tour. So here we have door, 2 beds, and then like little bedside tables on each of the sides of the bed as well. Both have power sockets on either side, plus a little lamp. On this side over here, we have some like tea and coffee. We have complimentary bottle of water. And then behind here, there's also a switchboard to charge anything. That's like the main portion of the room. We still have to put away our suitcases. And then when you walk over here, so this is the front door that I showed you guys, and right opposite from that we have the door that goes out to our little balcony. And it's such like a perfect, like pretty day. Have a little plant for us and 2 little chairs and a table here as well. But first we'll go have a look at the bathroom. has a little bathtub, which I don't know if I'm gonna end up using, but just like the most stunning view, it would be really perfect to have a bath in this. And then single sink, lots of space on like the countertop as well, little mirror, hi, and hair dryer, which is essential, some products, and then over here, little towel rack, toilet, shower with more products, and the shower is spacious. This was maybe like, the Disney one was like half the size. So if I stand like right at the entrance, you can see it's like a pretty big bathroom. My only thing with the bathroom is like how you close the door, and there's no door and there's like shutters. And I don't know, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the shutter situation. I would think it's pretty awkward if I came with like a friend. It's still a little awkward with my sister, but we'll have to play some music. Let's have a look at the balcony space. I don't think she knows about the blinds yet, so I'll tell her right now. Let's see what she says. Yeah, the bathroom doesn't have a door.
Huh?
The door doesn't have a door.
The bathroom has a door?
Doesn't.
Doesn't have a door?
Yeah. You got a blind. So put on some music, I guess.
Yeah.
Here is our little view from outside. This boat, it like rocks a little bit, so I am very conscious of like, I don't want to leave the tripod just standing anywhere because I have dropped it and a couple of times. I'm hoping also the mic is still working and it hasn't completely damaged itself. But here's the view from the balcony. We're now headed to the dark and bright caves. We first have to board the little boat to ride out to a port. The ride out takes about 10 minutes. At the port, you can either kayak or do a bamboo boat. Our tour is already pre-selected for a bamboo boat. This is what the bamboo boats look like. You have someone that rows for you, and there's about 6 to 8 people that can fit on the boat. I got to sit at the back. I think this area is called the stern of the boat, but don't quote me on that. We also got handed a non la, which is a Vietnamese traditional hat. It doesn't look like it would help a lot, but without a doubt, it really cools things down. It has this reflective silver foil on the underside, which I haven't seen before. After we got back on the boat, we had some time to relax before heading up to the upper deck for sunset. The sunset was so stunning and one of those pinch me moments. I've seen so many photos of Ha Long Bay on the cover of magazines and books, so to be sitting here, relaxing, experiencing this moment is so surreal. There are many boats docked in this area, and I think this is where we're going to be docked for the night. During this time, there was a cooking class where you learned how to make fresh spring rolls. One of the fillings was pineapple, and I've never had a spring roll with pineapple in it, but it was so good. Dinner was served in the dining hall shortly after this. It was again a set meal and pretty delicious with good portion sizes. Good evening, it's 9 p.m. And we are done with the activities for the day and just going to get ready for bed. Tomorrow in the morning at 7:30 a.m. we have kayaking, so I want to try and go to bed as early as possible because I don't want to miss that. It is one of my goals for the month, like a bucket list item, so definitely cannot be missed because I'm tired. Today I'm not going to wash my hair for the first time on the trip. I'm just going to apply a little bit of this oil. This is the Kerastase Gold Elixir. It's in this little OUI way, I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's in that bottle just because it's a cute travel size and I didn't want to bring the entire pump bottle of the gold elixir. But I love, love, love this Kerastase product. It's so good. They use it in my salon. When I used to get that blow dry, like every other day, I used to go get like my $7 blow dry. And it's like a really good one. It doesn't make your hair too oily or too greasy, and it gives it a nice shine, and it's very like hydrating, and it minimizes frizz. So love that. And I'm just going to plait my hair really loosely. All right, while I do that, let's do a quick recap so far on our stay. We did our little bamboo boat and went to the dark and bright cave. And that was like a really cool experience. It was really nice to get off like the big ship and actually go down into this little bamboo boat. And that was just like a really, really cool experience. And if you have that available for you, if you guys do this cruise, I would definitely take it up, because we were considering just like skipping it and just like chilling and just staying in. But I'm really glad that we went out and we did that. It was a really cool experience, and I also got to sit like right at the end of the boat, and that was so much like fun. I love being able to do that. The next thing that we did was we came back and we did the massage on the boat, and that was like, I don't know, that was like a 0-star activity. It was so expensive for what we got. The massage room was boiling hot. The masseuse was late. Me and my sister, we got it done at the same time, but in different rooms, and her masseuse came 30 minutes late, and we saw her also serving at dinner. And my sister said it was like the worst like massage that she ever received, and it was so expensive for what it was as well. Just to give you guys a little bit of context, when we got our massage done in Hanoi, we paid for both of us about $30, 30 Australian dollars each. And here we paid for the same 60 minutes, $90 each. And we thought it was going to be really nice like view and like we get to chillax, because we just had a foot massage, but it was like in this really stuffy old room, and it was so hot, and they didn't know what they were doing. So I would say that was gonna be a skip. I think we should have just like chilled in our rooms and all of that. That I would say definitely skip it on your boat, especially if it's so expensive. Go out into Hanoi and have that experience. Then we watched the sunrise on the rooftop, took some pictures. 10 out of 10 experience, 5 stars. Definitely recommend doing that. Don't miss out on that. Don't chill in your room for that. Go up to the top deck and enjoy sunrise. Grab yourself a drink, take some nice pictures. It's like beautiful lighting, and the air cools down a lot as well. Then we had our rice paper roll or spring roll making class, and that for me was a little, it was okay. Like, I love a good cooking class. I genuinely love a good cooking class, but this one was just a little like put together, a little haphazardly. If it's available on your boat, go and do it. It won't take out too much of your time. For us, they were just doing it at the same place. We had drinks. There was a little station set up, and they kind of gave a little explanation, and you got to put it together. I've made rice paper rolls at home before, so I know the process of it, and it wasn't something like groundbreaking, or I didn't learn anything new or a new technique or something like that. So if you have it available, go and do it. I would say it's a 3-star activity, and if it's there, do it. If you have something better to do, skip it. Like if you're enjoying a drink and you don't want to get up, definitely skip it. Now we're back in the room, ready for bed. Tomorrow morning there is 6 a.m. Tai Chi, which I think we're gonna skip because we want to get a little bit of extra sleep. And then 7:30 we have our kayak session, which we have to get up and get ready for. So I'm gonna do my first skincare, which is just like wash my face, and then I'm gonna come out of the shower and wash my face again, just because it's so grimy and sweaty here. I have found that I need to do a double cleanse, and I didn't bring my oil cleanser, so I'm just doing a double cleanse with my regular face cleanser, which is the First Aid Beauty one, Pure Skin facial cleanser. I used a full-size bottle of this, and then I bought the minis for whenever I need to go on a trip. I find that it cleans your face really well, but it's not overly drying where your face afterwards feels really tight. But you can tell that it did a good job cleaning. It doesn't leave like a oily or greasy like film or residue after you're finished washing with it. Out of the shower in my PJs, did my second face wash for cleanser, and then also brushed my teeth. Tomorrow, 7:30, kayaking, and then checking out of the room, brunch, and then going all the way back to Hanoi. Then we have like 2 hours or something in Hanoi. We're gonna try and get some bún cha and have some banh mi as well, because we're like, you want to get our fix of that before we leave for Laos. Our flight to Laos is like 4 or 5 o'clock. We get there in the evening, we have dinner plans, and then just like a chill. Also, the second part of Bridgerton is out, and we're both trying really hard not to put that on, because for me, once I start it, I have to finish it. But maybe in Laos we'll watch like an episode or so. But I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'll see you guys in the morning for kayaking. Today is day 8 of our trip. I didn't end up going kayaking because I got food poisoning and I was up for half the night. Decided to sleep in instead and pack up properly since we have a flight later today to Laos. We had brunch on the ship, and during this time you also settle your bill. I like how you don't have to wait around at a reception hall or at a lobby, and all of the admin work like checking in and checking out is done over a meal. We boarded a smaller boat to head back to the main port and then drove back to Hanoi. That's a wrap on our one-night stay in Halong Bay. I've linked the itinerary for our entire trip down below. I'll see you guys in Laos. Bye!